exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Misfit Mining Saturday Night Live. Here with my man, Mr. Max Voltage. We got the Geek of all trades and Hawk Crypto Mining and Tech. What's your name now? Whatever his name is. I'm your host, Chump Change. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you're having a great Saturday. The market's been pretty shitty, actually. This Asstober is among us. If you guys haven't noticed. It's yeah, I think honestly just because everybody's been anticipating the market going up, and October is like has been a thing. I think everything in the cycle has just been being broken this time around, you know, like the all-time high before the halving, and it's just rolling downhill, you know, shit rolls downhill. So I don't know, things are pulling back, but it's honestly a lot of stuff's in the green right now, but having a little bit of a recovery from last night or yesterday. Anyways, let's get into see how you guys are doing. This is an AMA stream. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. We're just gonna shoot the breeze for about an hour or so, and then we're gonna take off. Not too many things to talk about, but Mr. Geek of all trades, how was your day, man?
It was good. I didn't really do much anything, which is a nice change.
Nice. It's nice having a day off. There you go.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sure it wasn't a day off though.
Fun. Well, I was playing with my laser and dishes, laundry, you know, kids, dogs, all the fun stuff.
That laser's sick, by the way.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
It's not a laser. It's a little light that blinks. Sorry. Every time you say laser, it makes me think of that.
Stop pumping the laser.
Oh, that's cool. If you guys don't know, he's got a it's like a laser printer. It like prints on metal or leather or whatever. It's pretty neat.
Fiber laser marking machine.
That's awesome. I think it's so cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still learning how to use the Lightburn software with it to like change all the settings and try it on this type of material versus that kind of material, and what burns it, what just marks it, what like digs out of the metal and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It really takes me back to like when we first started 3D printing. I mean, remember when you got your first 3D printer and you're like, oh, what does layer height do? And you know, really like going through, and now it's just like second nature. You can go in and like hit print and know all the ins and outs and little intricate bullshit of your printers. It reminds me of those days. Pretty cool.
It was you showed me the one you did of my logo, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
But I started thinking about, I'm going by memory. Yours, when you did yours, it was more of an outline. And then when you did mine, you had like shading.
Yeah, so that's what I'm learning. So if I take an image and I put it into Lightburn, I can trace the image, and depending on how you trace the image and adjust the settings on it, it could like trace the outside or fill in all of the black spots, or because it takes a color image and turns it into a grayscale, whatever that scale is. There's like 256 different shades of gray in that, you know, scale. So depending on what it is, you can then like take the entire image and ungroup it and then say, I want this to be this frequency at this speed and this, layer height, or what's it called? Not intensity. It's like the space between the lines of where the laser hits. And if you do it on a certain kind of material, it'll come out blue, or it'll come out whiter or black, or like if it's on leather, you can do it in different power settings, so it goes deeper, or if it's just on the surface and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
I can't wait till you start like imprinting on things that I like Glock slides.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah. So my problem is going to be, how do I figure out like where I put the design on it? Because it doesn't have a camera on the machine, so I have to like line it up. The laser like spits out and shows like the image, so you line it up. Now I can put a camera and just set it up to the computer that I have and kind of port it through Lightburn, but I don't know yet. I'm getting there. That's my ultimate goal too. I've got a friend that's out of state that has some lower receivers that is holding on to them for me, because you can't have those things in Illinois. So he's across the border, I swear. But yeah, I got a couple of things sitting here just waiting to get learning. I want to learn it before I.
Right.
It's fucking permanent.
Before you ruin something.
Right, yeah, before I break some shit.
Absolutely agree.
I want to break some unimportant shit before I start breaking my important shit.
Right.
If you get it perfected, I'll send you. I have a brushed aluminum slide on my 48.
Yeah.
I'll definitely send it over
there. That's what I got.
Like
I got the same 48 you do with the two-tone.
Single stack 9.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 1.5 stack.
I guess. Yeah.
It holds 14. 14 or
no, it's 10 plus 1.
I don't know. I think you're wrong there. I think the 48 was a
Nope. All right, Hawk, how was your day? No. Gonna get my channel to strike.
There's channels that talk about guns.
You're right. Not live. They don't. Well, they talk about it, but they don't show them.
Dude, there's so many rules. Like,
we've really turned into like this fucking.
You're not allowed to hold them. Apparently, you can only have them behind you on the wall.
Teletubby generation of people. I'm so sick. We need to bring back bullying. I'm with it.
No,
I'm serious,
I don't
man.
disagree.
Like somebody was telling me today, like, yeah, oh man, things are just things are tough, and I'm all about hearing people vent, but like, yo, life's hard. Wear a helmet. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, I don't know. I just got no time for this shit no more.
What have you been up to today? What'd you end up doing?
It was a family day. I got up mad early this morning, and we had to go to a birthday party, and then I had to run some errands and to drive 2 hours and 2 hours back, and then I had to go work at the restaurant for 4 or 5 hours, and then came here. So, yep, that's pretty much it.
Nice. Mining KiiNG, welcome.
Hey, what's going on?
The beard of wisdom has arrived. Nah, you're good, man. You're good. You got 2 kids. I get it. What'd you do today, man? Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I just kind of kicked around the house with the boys today, so
nice.
Pretty much it. Kind of a quiet day. I negotiated, or they asked me if I wanted some more Z15, so I'm getting 250 more.
Oh my god!
This guy, man.
The complete units or the board?
Complete units again.
You said 250.
How many?
So I already got 150. I'm getting 250 more, and he kind of said we have access to a lot, and that he just left it at that. So
wait.
Where are you putting all these?
That's what I was
where are you storing all these things? Like,
no, like
he's
not
building
even
a fort.
Not even, yeah, he's just building a fort in the backyard with all the dead ones. But the ones that work, where are you gonna plug them in? You're gonna need a whole container for yourself.
We'll figure out something. As long as I have working units, right? I can figure out something with somebody. So I'm sure I can negotiate something with my red furry friend up there.
Oh man.
Hey, you fork over some money for a backyard shed and the electric to go to it.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you can work a deal.
You really went balls deep on this one, King.
Well,
that's an understatement.
technically,
400 units.
So I traded 4 S19Ks for the last 150. So I mean, if you think about it, I mean,
what for 150 of them?
Yeah, that's what I traded.
I mean,
but they're as is though. So like,
yeah.
So the first 30, right? The first or 29 units or whatever. We'll call it 30, whatever.
Mhm.
I have 6 working ones that I was able to repaste and get them back in 100% working order, right? I have about 40 to 50 hash boards that are just shorted to ground, which means they don't even power on, right?
Mm.
And then I have another 20 something boards that do power on, but out of the 3 ASIC chips on each because there's 3 chips on each board, either 1 or 2 only work. Which is fine because I can still mine with those, but I'd rather get them all working. So I'm working with Lukewarm Miner. I sent him over 6 hash boards to see if maybe he can repair them. And then after I get trained for ASIC repair, I might just work on these myself, right? So
Nice.
Are
I
these
mean,
are these the Z15 or the Z15 Pro?
they are all Z15s. All
not
of them.
Pro, not the Pro.
Not the pro ones.
Okay, okay.
My
Wow.
man, Crypto 440. I don't know if he's in the chat. He usually is, but he does some he messes around with some stuff. So maybe he might be able to help you out on some of the repair stuff.
That's 30,000 watts. Wait, that's
What?
no, that can't be right. Hold on.
That's not.
No, they're
They're
1,500 each.
1,000. Like they're like
375,000 watts. Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's if I got
Well,
them all working. Right?
Yeah, Crypto 440 is in the chat. He said, "Damn, send me some." All right, yeah, he can do that micro soldering shit. So maybe he can help you out if you guys want to
So,
look up.
but once again, though, it's going to be as is.
Hmm.
You're right. So some stuff's going to be working, some stuff's not. But I could just take good hash boards and make a pile, make a complete unit, right, and do all that.
Yeah, that's what I would do for sure.
If we stay in the 20 to 30% of just taking it apart, cleaning it, repasting it, and putting it back online, I mean, it's a pretty sweet deal. If you ask
I think you're
me.
still coming out ahead there. I mean,
Oh yeah.
You
So
could
I mean,
flip
this
'em
might if
you
you do
wanted
the
to.
math, the first 150 was 40 units. So I mean, maybe I give him 6 or 7 of my S19Ks. I would still do that trade.
Yeah, that's sweet. There you go. That's crazy. That's a damn. You get content for days, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
That's gonna be a long ass time going through all those, but good for you. That's awesome. I hope it works out. Max, what's your day been like?
Oh, I did a couple of things. I was trying to figure out. I'm on Chlorfleet, and I did it so that I could mine a Leo. In order to do that, you have to be static priced. And trying to figure out how to change the price on the actual flight sheet when you do static is very difficult because you can't go into the Chlor system. It doesn't allow you to do that. So figured out that today, and then basically I'll probably be doing a video on it if it works. I'm pretty sure I know how to do it, which Mining KiiNG will understand this, but basically what he said was go into your flight sheet and, well, first of all, go into the Chlor system, do it like you're doing a new one, like mass onboarding, and put all the same parameters in, and then just copy the auth code over to your wallet, and then that should change it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create multiple wallets that have different prices on them, and basically put this is for this price, this is for this price, and I want to see if I can go back and forth between the prices without affecting my reliability score. So I got some things to play with. So but that took a good portion of time. I was talking to Aragorn Strider today online, and when we were giving Mining KiiNG kudos for helping somebody out who was running into the same Docker issues when he was installing, so we're helping him out. So I don't know, just spend some time. I deep dived on a whole bunch of things. Oh, that was the other thing. Network Chuck, I love this guy. Watched a video where he was doing Home Assistant. It's pretty hilarious. You guys should go watch it. It is a very long video, but it's just shows how creative you can be with technology. His problem was he has pets, and his kids go into the bathroom, leave the toilet seat up, and leave the door open.
Dude, I hate that.
So he created a system
Dogs.
that if the toilet seat was up or the door was open, it would put off red lights in the house, turn off the Wi-Fi, and put a video on the TV saying, "Attention, everyone," yada yada yada,
That's messed up.
and it would keep
Nice.
repeating until somebody fixed it.
That's hysterical.
It is.
Nice. Very
But-
nice.
But it's
That's genius.
a funny solution,
Hmm.
but everything that went into it was just fascinating. How you like put all these pieces together. I'm like, that's really cool. So I kind of deep dive on a whole bunch of things regarding that. Of, he talked about Zigbee, so I looked at things regarding that, and I don't know. It was just very cool. So yeah, I had a good time just kind of deep diving a whole bunch of things today on YouTube and on the internet. So had a good time. Nice relaxing day.
Nice. At least some of you just got to relax. That's great. Yeah, no, I've just been framing that shit all friggin' day. I'm like exhausted, but I gotta get up early to finish cranking it out. Hopefully, get most of it done. I'll give a sneak peek of what I've
I think
been
you need
doing.
to change your name here to say CCXD dash
Let me see.
construction savant.
Yeah,
Because
that's how far I got
he
today.
did
That's
that
2
with
days.
no plans.
2 days, no plans.
No plan.
Damn.
Not bad. I just gotta finish this roof part, and then whatever. I gotta edit the videos, but goddamn, I'm tired. That's a lot. It's been a lot of work in 2 days. But yeah, so that's it. That's been my day. Just freaking going nuts. Let me
You did
see.
just bring up the market.
Oh yeah, I can bring it back up.
Yeah, so I did do reading, and they did say that there was an article. I think it was the Washington.
Oh,
no, I think
seven. Hold on. Oh, I stopped sharing my screen. Sorry, go ahead. Keep talking.
That's right.
didn't mean to do that.
it was either the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post. I don't remember which, but bottom line, there was an article that said that Tether was being investigated by the DOJ.
Mhm.
That was the rumor.
Oh really?
Tether came out and said, no, they're living in the past. They've kind of already done that. This has no bearing on what's going on currently. I don't know what they're talking about. And I'm thinking, and I started thinking about, would they just say that even if it wasn't true? I don't know if they would have. I think they would have come out guns a-blazing like they have in the past and said, yeah, that's happening. This is bullshit. Here we go again. And defended themselves, but they didn't say that. So I tend to think that whole article was kind of bullshit. And that was what this was all about. At least that's what the article I read said. So that's why we had that big drop on Friday.
Really? Yeah, it was. It was like kind of a drastic drop. I didn't see that coming at all, to be honest.
I certainly didn't. I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw it at my face that I predicted it was gonna be an up week this week. Was I
Oh,
wrong
yeah,
on that?
That's true. Actually, I totally forgot. Max,
Yeah.
threw yourself under the
Oh,
bus.
I didn't forget. Damn it.
Oh yeah, no, it's been kind of whatever. I just honestly I didn't expect much because, like I said, everybody that when people get all excited and they think that something's gonna happen, it's usually the opposite. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, excited about October, and it's like it just doesn't happen. I don't know. It happens every single time. Like, get your hopes up for nothing. You know what I mean? All right. If you guys have any questions in the chat, please feel free to ask. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll through and see if I missed anything because I wasn't really paying attention at the beginning. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about specifically or whatever, feel free to just.
The only other thing that I
jump
had
in.
that I saw today was helium. Well, not helium itself, but the something labs that created helium laid off 40% of its workforce.
Helium Mobile or whatever.
Well, they're concentrating now on Helium Mobile, but it was like Nano Labs, I think was the name of the company that actually created it. And they're the ones who laid off. Nano Labs was a company that was focused on IoT in general. And then they kind of got a little focused on that. So they kind of spun it as a way of saying, yeah, all that other stuff we were working on, that's what we laid off. Anybody who was associated with that, we're focusing on Helium Mobile, and that's what we're focused on. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Gotcha. Homebrew said Demo shot up like 60%. Demo doesn't look too good though. It's 24 hours. Actually, maybe it did. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah,
oh
there you
wow.
go.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23rd.
Yeah,
What's today?
21.
26th. It's 3 days. 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Damn.
21.
Wow. What's it? How long's it been going? Yeah. Damn. 3 months. Peaked out, but I mean,
that
it was,
doesn't look
yeah,
as,
that
that doesn't
iron
look as good there.
yeah, Yeah, definitely. Let's go back to the 3 month.
You're right.
Much better.
Looks much better there. Oh man, how's a lithium doing? Actually, has anybody heard anything about
Getting
that?
wrecked
Is it
price wise, yeah.
$1.12? Damn.
Womp womp.
Yeah, I mean it's just people trying to get their money back from the AL1s and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
How it
sucks.
goes.
What's the profitability on those now? I haven't looked at all, to be honest. Let's see, $23 a day. Damn.
Yeah.
Remember
At
when they were
9
projected
cents,
to make
yeah.
$1,100 a day?
What's those AL zeros making now? Like 80 cents or something? Or
I'm
Not
just gonna
even
type
on
it in.
the-
I'm gonna type it in. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? I can just click on this. AL0, 55
50
cents.
cents. Yeah.
That's at 10 cents per kilowatt hour.
payback never.
They were pretty cheap though, weren't they? Oh no, these were like
No,
$800,
they were
right?
$800.
The RX0 was 400 or 300. I forget.
I
I
have
have
like
KS0
60
Ultra right now for like $80. Wow.
Super cheap. Yeah, like 6 cents a day. Ultra's making.
It's so crazy.
That sucks. Sucks bad. It's all good though. I mean, it is what it is. It's hopefully the market comes back. I mean, Caspa's been taking a real shit lately, actually. 11 cents now, almost 12 cents, but yeah, it's been taking a real crap. We're gonna have to see. I mean, everything's really just down. Solana's doing pretty good though. $173. That's not bad. And then this CRE, whatever this is, 70%. The hell? What in the hell?
Yeah, it's,
Harry, I don't even know what this
Isolated
is.
event.
This thing's been climbing the past week though.
yeah, it's some ice. It's definitely an isolated event. I don't know what. I don't even know what that is. Carry?
Me neither. Yep, just carry. CRE. No idea. Anyways, does anybody else know what this is? Anybody in the chat? Dynex poker tournament. When's that?
I just posted the link.
Yeah, I just saw it. I was gonna-
November 9th, right?
November 9th. Oh
Yep.
yeah, I forgot I made that thumbnail.
The day before, I may be going to
I-
Dalton, Georgia for 2 weeks.
Totally forgot. Interesting. Wait, you going to Georgia for what?
Possibly going there for work.
Oh, nice. November 9th. That's coming up. A couple weeks.
Is this the new thing? No.
No, that's why it's possibly.
Oh.
Nice. Pretty cool. So make sure you guys sign up. Max put the link in the chat if you guys are interested in playing. It's fake money, but you can win real Dynex. So that's pretty neat. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to just at any of us in the chat. Network Bits, what's up, dude? Just made all the Caspa maxis rage by saying Caspa is down and saying Solana is up.
Yeah, Solana's
Why
been
is
doing
that?
well throughout all this. It's up, I think, like 8% over the last week.
Yeah, Solana's been doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing really well. Soul Dad said Dad lives in Dalton. Nice. Nice. Dad's B-Day is the 9th. Nice, Tech Man. There you go. Get him to play. Play some poker on his birthday.
There you go.
Boom.
Perfect.
At what price are you guys gonna reload up on Caspa?
I swapped
Never.
some Doge into it yesterday when it was like
Yeah.
close to 10 cents.
Yeah, I got some today.
I swapped 10,000 Doge into it.
Very nice.
Yizzer buying the dips because I know it'll pump eventually. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's the ecosystem around, like the people, just the community around it, right? Is just they're just like the never-ending supporters of this project, and it's like a cult. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ride it until the wheels fall off and see what happens. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Whatever. It's like the other 90% of crypto that we're into. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Is what it is. Let's see.
It definitely needs to I mean, I don't think we, you know, I don't think we're going to hit anything real. I don't think the markets are really going to move till I would even say after the election, like exactly right after. I would say December getting into January. Like, and I think that's when we're going to see some moves. I mean, it's too much. There's too much.
You don't think we'll see
going
it after
on.
the election, like right away?
Not immediately. I mean, I think we'll see a small run up, but I don't think it'll be like this crazy thing because I think it honestly depends on who wins. I'll be honest with you. I think that's going to determine the amount of the run up from either side. And then I think over time, getting into the new year, I think the markets will run up because historically after every election, the markets run up months later.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I was listening to somebody that basically said that obviously if the one side wins, things will go up a little bit faster initially, but if you look at by the end of next year, it won't matter. Hill of Beans will both be the same.
Yeah, I agree. I agree from that perspective. Yeah, I mean, because it's new, it's fresh. There's confidence built back in the market, and it's just how it goes.
We only have like 10 days or something, right? Is it 10 days? 10 days, I think, till the election. What day is the election? What do you guys know?
It's the 5th.
The first
Second,
Tuesday in November every 4 years.
It's always the same first Tuesday?
Yes.
Really?
It's always the first Tuesday
Dude,
in November.
I've never paid attention to politics ever in my life. I've never voted ever.
Well,
in my
I guess
life.
I've been alive for a few more general elections than you have, so maybe that's why it sticks in my head.
I just don't care. It's like I care, but to a point. To a point. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got to care to some extent. I mean, it's just so like.
I'm not gonna get into
like,
it, but just in general,
just
in general, it's just like whatever. Just another day for me. So I didn't know it was the first Tuesday. That's neat.
And everybody knows, like, me and Max are on polar opposite sides here, but we both do agree that they get most people to think like you and like him. Okay. Sorry,
It took a long time to point that direction.
I did. It was like a magnetic force pushing me away
I just
from
want
you.
to point that out.
It like they get more people to think like that because they make it so crazy and stuff that you're just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. And that's when they get away with what they want. You have to go past that on both sides. You have to go past that, and you have to have a voice. You have to make it important. You have to talk about people.
I sent this to you today, Hawk.
You did. I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't respond to it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Home. But the one thing I really wanted to point out, because this is what will matter to people. What will matter is if it's so close that we don't know for a week.
Yeah,
that will affect
fucking
markets.
crazy.
Markets hate not knowing anything.
That's gonna drive everybody nuts.
Right. So,
like, you think it's crazy now?
Given how close it is right now, and based on statistics and all that other thing, I look at Project 538. You can say it's biased or not. This was really interesting because this is based on statistics. There's only an 8% chance that the election is decided by a recount, meaning that in any of the swing states or states that matter, that it would not be less than 0.5%.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. If there's a very small chance of that, that's great. That's good news for everybody. We want whoever's going to win. We just want it to be decided, and it won't be probably that night. Might be, but probably won't be. But at least in a day or two, we want it to be decided and not be subject to a recount.
Can we just ask why this isn't like, why is it all counted like manually and shit? Why haven't we figured it out?
Hang on. I'm just telling you probably don't want to get into this because this will. I have researched this.
I don't get it.
I have talked about this, and so we're not in disagreement on this.
No,
but this is a whole rabbit hole.
It's really a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole. We could go down it again. It's not
Spark Notes version. Just give them the Spark Notes version.
Spark Notes version is that some states have changed things. Other states have not. One of them being Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania had a bill that was to put forward and it didn't pass. So therefore, they cannot start processing mail-in ballots until the day of the election. The processing is what takes so long. The processing is when they open it up, they flatten it out, they check to see where they are on the rolls to make sure they're that's all the stuff that takes like a minute or two. Yes.
That's a nightmare.
Florida does it as soon as they get them in. Illinois, same way.
It really just depends.
Georgia did change. Georgia did change.
They
changed. It's the third Monday before the election, so they're already processing it. So we shouldn't have trouble in Georgia. We would have if the hand counting thing had gone through, but that, from what I understand, has been rescinded. So we should be okay in Georgia. But again, as I've talked about, it's going to come down to Pennsylvania, and that's what I think.
Why don't everybody has a cell phone, though?
Listen to this, though.
Why can't we just log into a site and vote on your cell phone? I don't get it.
Listen, look. There's a bunch of common sense things.
You don't want that.
Chump, if you're looking for common sense in government, it's not so common. Okay, number one. I'm serious. Dumb. At every level, from the municipal to federal, it's like that at every level.
I mean, the other thing is, what's to stop? You have a male and female, husband and wife in the house. They don't necessarily vote for the same person. What's to say that person won't pick up the other person's phone and vote for them?
Yeah,
There's so
you
much.
you just can't do it. There's I'm sure there's a way in maybe 20 years when maybe everything's fingerprint sensitive. I don't even know, but
Maybe.
I just don't think there's ever going to be a way around actually making it somewhat difficult.
What's the percentage?
vote.
They say every election there's in between like 2 to 4% usually where votes are fraudulent. Usually, it's
not
every
that
single
high.
election.
It's not that high.
It's too well. Again, depends on where you read, but I'm being a little bit broad here. It's between 2 and 4% of every ballots cast across the United States. 2 to 4% tend to be fraudulent. On the lower, maybe a little bit more on the lower end. 4% is really high, but they say that it could range that. It could range that because if you look at the numbers from like a county perspective and you go down to the districts, that's where it happens. Each state. The problem is our Constitution gives freedom to the states. The states have their own constitution and then they write their own laws. Just we all know this. So but they all govern how they count and do their elections, which turns into a clusterfuck when it comes to a presidential election. I mean, like Florida, right? Max said Florida, we get it done quick. The minute you vote, it's counted, it's done. And we know at 8, 9 o'clock that night. That's when we'll know. I don't know why, and it doesn't make any sense why in the 21st century that other states can't know within a few hours. I don't know. It's really funny because it's these, I believe it's these antiquated laws that are on the books that prevent these new things from happening. And there's a disagreement here, but I think mail-in ballots should never be allowed. That's me personally, unless for military overseas or U.S. citizens that live overseas.
Or if
That's
you're
me
lazy, I
personally.
mean, I totally am for it.
I think that opens up, like if there was one avenue for fraud,
yeah,
right? And I'm speaking generally here, not left or right. If there's one avenue for fraud, it's mail-in ballots.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It is.
Yeah.
Think about it, because
For sure.
you in most states, you need an ID to go there and cast your vote if you vote in person. A mail-in ballot doesn't necessarily like. I could have filled it out for each one of you, and they wouldn't know.
Do you get ID'd at the door when you walk in?
In Florida, you do.
Yeah.
All right. Someone in the chat said you didn't.
Most states, California does not have voter ID. You could walk in and vote. They don't check your ID.
Oh, really?
Now that's concerning because I know you have to write your name on. I believe you still have to write your name on the ballot, but I don't think. I don't know anything really about California, to be honest with you, but I know they don't require ID.
No ID in PA. Interesting.
PA is not. But see, like here's the thing though. Like you'll see a state that says no ID, and some counties enforce it. So it's a real like. It's all over the place, man. Canada counts all votes the day of, all paper ballots with ID check. By midnight, we know the winner. It says Luke with the $50 Canadian super chat.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
But listen, like regardless of who you want to vote for, I think we could all agree that fair elections, voter ID is just crucial. Like it's just crucial because it just opens Pandora's box. And so does mail-in ballots, man. Mail-in ballots open up a whole. It opens you up. It doesn't mean that there's fraud. It just opens it. It makes it more easier to be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the interesting thing about this is the fact that in 99% of cases, it has nothing to do with the presidential election. It has to do with local races where, yeah, if you can get another 500 people to register to vote, and you get them to vote, and you don't do it the right way, not saying that they couldn't have registered to vote, but just that you don't do it the right way, you're still breaking the law. So there have been cases like that where it's either getting an extra number or there's a various. I mean, you can go to the Heritage Foundation, yes, a right-wing website that I'm looking at, and there's all the cases of either false registrations, but
a lot of false registrations.
it's a very when you're talking about a national election, it's an extremely small number.
There was a video I saw today, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I think it's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in that area.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The county DA or whatever their state attorney or district attorney for that area it says this, she came out on the news today saying that there are already they found ballots that had no signatures on them. The handwriting was the same with different signatures for both candidates. And she says that this is she goes, this is becoming widespread in our area. She said this, I can find the video. She said this. So like there's, you know, granted, this is a very small fraction, but when this hits the internet, everybody starts losing their mind and everybody starts thinking it's on a national level. And, you know, it messes with the integrity of our elections, especially misinformation. So it's just the best way to do it. And the most honest way to do it, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, is to go the day of. Go and vote the day of, or maybe the day before. But go vote in person. You know what I mean? Don't mail in any ballots. But people, you know, they have reasons. They're overseas. They got business, and I get it. I get it. Most people won't vote if it rains outside. It's so crazy. Me and Max were talking about this the other night. Like, it's such a toss up.
Is it like standing in a Disney line to go vote? Like, that's annoying.
It depends.
Not
Like,
usually,
it depends. It depends. Like here where I live in Florida, in Palm Beach, there's a school. The elementary schools, the public schools open for voting. You can go to the Palm Beach election. They have their own building, like the Board of Elections. You can go all over the county, and you don't wait very long. But some states, people are waiting in line for hours.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
But see, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, but that's what I'm saying. So,
Okay, I'm actually looking up the case.
it just depends.
So 2,500 fraudulent voter registration applications were flagged, and
2,500. That's a lot.
That's a lot already.
It is. I
In
got
one
it.
county.
I got it. This is unusual. This is very unusual because
See what
if
I'm
you look-
saying?
like I said, go to the Heritage Foundation. You'll see there aren't any that are anywhere near that number. But anyway, then out of those, of the ones that they have investigated so far, 60% have been determined to be fraudulent.
I mean, that's even on a small scale. Like that's
No, well,
that's
you got to remember.
insane.
What did I just say? Pennsylvania is going to decide the election. That is huge.
There's a very small chance, right or left, that they can win without Pennsylvania. However, it's not typical. I think it's only happened like a couple times in history. So, you know, I'll give Trump for an example. If Trump takes Arizona, Georgia, and Michigan, he can win the election without PA.
Right.
We did that. Me and Max went through like 100 scenarios the other night. I almost wanted to grab a drink and just sit there and hit refresh, and we're running through thousands
That's
of
right.
scenarios.
There's a website that actually will just do scenarios.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
really?
pretty.
Oh, yeah.
It's 270towin.com.
Yeah.
Like the end
And,
game with all the what's like,
It's like
Doctor
taking a
Strange.
bet.
He sits there and goes through
Yeah.
all the scenarios.
Yeah, because so what 538 does is they do a percentage basis. They say there's like right now it's Trump 53, Kamala 47%. That's the chance. So what basically 270 to win is saying that 47 times out of 100 you're going to see that Kamala wins, and 53 times out of 100 that you run it, it's going to be Trump. But
There's
you'll
less
see
than-
like all the different combinations. But by the way, some of these combinations were
They're
so
crazy.
far
Yeah, they're insane. I saw one where California went red. Max like, no, fuck, skip that. Like, it's not possible.
Or
It's
there was one
possible,
that
but
Texas
improbable.
went blue, and I was like, oh no.
No.
Was it
It
really?
is
What
pretty
the-
funny
Yeah.
because if you were a degenerate gambler with your friend, you could sit there and bet on the next hit and see which states are going, and you guys could play a betting game. It's
That's
pretty
funny.
funny.
Tech Man, real quick. Thanks for the $5 super chat. He said, "Never trust a state so cold you have to wear a flannel to survive." Obviously, I think he's poking at Max. Joker, thanks for the gifted memberships. Real quick, we have Mustafa, if that's how you say that. Sorry if I butchered it. Tuan, Stephen Plum, Steve Mint, and who else got one? Somebody else got one? I don't see the fifth person. Maybe I'm wrong, but Joker, thanks for becoming a VIP, and everybody else, you guys are all awesome. Go ahead.
It's going to be a wild ride in the crypto
It may
markets.
not be. It may not
Well,
be.
Well, here's
I-
the thing that I think is going to make it wild is if you look at, and I know because I follow more of the right than I know what the left is doing too much, but I know that the right now has a PAC that's paying close to $30 an hour to be an observer at election polling places, to be an observer. And if they see anything, to record it. And there's attorneys that over 500 attorneys have been hired and put on retainer to get ready to challenge the minute they have a slight indicator of anything. I personally think it's going to be, you're going to go to polling places to vote, and there's going to be people there with cameras, and there's going to be people everywhere watching every single thing. When I saw that they're hiring people to do that, that's insane. $30 an hour to stand there.
None of us are going to see that, because none of us live in a swing state.
Not swing state. Well, no, they're not. No one's in swing states.
I mean, you're the closest one to somebody in a swing state, but I wouldn't say Florida's.
I don't think Florida's going to flip.
No, my point is just when you look at the polls, yours is closer than all of ours.
Yeah, I was reading something today that Miami is going to flip red for the first time in 40 years, and it was in the Palm Beach Post, and I'm just like, what in the hell? Like, I'm just like, what are these guys? I don't know. I was just reading, it's just, you know, stuff, but the election's going to matter to everything we do, especially in crypto, whether it comes to what even in take it a step further, like even AI, like this is an industry that I fear is going to be heavily regulated very soon. You're going to have certain licenses. You're going to have to get approval. There's going to be an agency that's going to govern this. And this is my opinion, depending on who gets in office is how hard or light the regulation is going to be. So forget crypto for a minute, because if they really get their way, crypto mining in of itself will be crazy. I was listening to Elon Musk speak the other day about the EPA and how they over-regulate companies that I mean, he says sometimes it's ridiculous. There was a story about them building a nuclear reactor, a brand new one. And because the wall was already 8 feet thick of concrete, because the wall was a fraction of an inch not thick enough, the EPA made them tear the whole thing down at the cost of billions of dollars to redo it. In my eyes, test it. If it passes, then let it go. Right. That's over-regulation. And that's a problem. And this really depends on which administration comes in here. It affects everything that we do. People think that, politics, fuck this. No, it affects everything about what we do. About energy is everything, guys. Energy is everything to crypto mining. It's everything to every market and everything that we do. You really got to think, and you really got to do the research and just not say, oh, fuck this, fuck that. What's the right choice? You know what I mean?
You're getting dangerously close there, Hawk.
Yeah, sorry. I have my own button. I don't know if you can hear it though. Anyway, but it's really, it comes down to that. It comes down to it. Like, I was listening to Elon Musk speak tonight.
Don't make me fact check you.
If you guys only knew how this went in 5 minutes before the stream.
Yeah, it was getting rough. Fact check about what? What are you saying?
You're starting to talk about energy.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about regulation. Like, I'm just saying, like, it comes down to every single thing. You know what I mean? And it matters in every industry. Over-regulation slows down growth. It's a fact.
I can assure you there has not been over-regulation during these last 4 years. They haven't created new regulation. Like I said, dangerously close. Let's just stop. We were good up until then. Now we're starting to talk about opinions.
I'm just about to fall asleep. Keep going. Oh, man. All right. Does anybody have any questions about crypto stuff? Anything?
Did you see that Microsoft is voting on holding Bitcoin on their books?
That was interesting.
You did mention that.
Yeah.
So is that shareholders that are going to be voting on that?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Tell me more. Is there anything else?
That's all he's got.
Well, I'm kind of curious because who holds a lot of the Microsoft? It's going to be like index funds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be dependent upon how, well, I guess you do get votes. Well, no, you don't. I'm going to say no, you don't. So it's going to be dependent upon how they vote.
I encourage the chat. I'm going to challenge the chat real quick. If you guys want to hear more about crypto and crypto news, put something in the chat for us to talk about. Because what is there to talk about? We got the Microsoft thing. Thanks for covering that. Great. What else you got?
Bitmain removed the SD card firmware from their website, so you can no longer do firmware recovery.
Yeah, they locked the firmware back.
Yeah,
they locked the firmware. You can't put out. You can't, not on their control boards at least. Yeah.
So you can do firmware upgrades, right?
Yeah,
but like, let's say if you need to do like a factory recovery with like with like the little micro USB or the little SD card or whatever, you can't do that anymore. Well, okay, you can find some resources at Zeus Mining, but you can't natively get it from the Bitmain site anymore.
Hmm.
I heard from somebody that they believe that was the source of where people maybe decompile it and make all the custom firmwares, for all the, like the Luxors and the brains and all that stuff.
Well,
So,
King, they already started that on the S21, right?
started what?
You can't
No, you can
replace the
no.
firmware on an S21.
I believe Hivon or Brains has already released a firmware to work
They
around
have?
for the S21.
Because I knew they were talking about that because they were losing that. They have a fee built in, and they were losing that, and they were complaining about it. But yeah, no, Duke Nukem says something real quick I want to touch on because I did remember I saw something on Twitter about this. It says reports of Zelcore wallets being drained. And now I saw Rabid post something about this. Now we've been talking about this for a while. I mean, there was a lot of people. I remember like last year we talked about a few Zelcore wallets that just had stuff that was missing. And I don't know. It never happened to me, so I can't confirm if these are true or not. But apparently Flux did comment on Rabid's post and said that these are not substantiated. So I don't know if anybody in chat or you guys have had any experience with losing any funds in Zelcore.
No, I haven't, but there is a way to make it more secure. You can go more than a password. There is a pin that you can add. And I would highly suggest everybody that's got a Zelcore wallet to add the pin for more security. And you can change the pin periodically.
Why does anybody use Zelcore? Can I ask that question?
What was
because you need it for nodes.
Oh, that's right. Nodes.
Well, technically no, because I believe you could use the SSP wallet for nodes, but you would have to like take down your node and then move all the flux and then stake it and then bring the node back up completely with the new information. So it would be a major pain in the butt.
I've had Zelcore for quite a few years now. I've had thousands of dollars in it at one point. You know what I mean? Never a problem for me. And if coins ever go missing, you just use that Smartify feature where it goes and scrapes everything in the wallet and brings it all back. Like I've never.
I wonder how many people know that and then haven't done that.
I didn't know that.
I'm serious.
No, yeah. So so you have to go specifically into the actual wallets. Like you have to pick, like payments or investments or whatever you named them, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you click plus at the very bottom of that, it says that there's a Smartify feature. What that does is it's going to scrape, because let's just say you're on a new computer or maybe you're going on your phone and doing it and you just installed it, right? It's not going to show everything, right? So you use the Smartify feature and it scrapes all the stuff for your wallets and then it brings all the accounts back up.
Real quick, we have a question from Jason Hamilton. The HR is pinging us for it. It says, any good projects worth running GPUs on, or are they rent a GPU chains the only show still? Rent a GPU chains the only show still. I don't think there's anything unless you have dirt cheap power. If you're under 4 or 5, I don't even think 4 or 5 cents is even profitable for G. I don't think anything right now, dude. I wouldn't run anything. If you have 4090s though, and you have some hardware laying around, you could set up a Vast rig, and maybe I have 4 4090s doing $25 a day right now, fully rented on Vast AI.
Right, you do Vast, Chlor, or Salad, any of those, but I think Vast has been most profitable, most consistent, if I'm not mistaken. But
it's also the oldest too, so that's true. Yeah. One of the oldest, I should say.
Mr. Luke, dude, thank you so much for the $50 Canadian super chat again. He said way too much regulation. Max, let's talk dumb regulations.
Perfect.
Well, I'm not saying that there's not too much regulation. What I'm saying is there hasn't been much in the way of additional regulation. That was the point I was making.
Gotcha.
Think about it. There hasn't been anything passed. There hasn't been anything passed.
Where's the hook? It's like right here.
Passed through Congress.
Don't do it.
Through Congress, there hasn't been anything passed.
Tug Life says, I like my tangent, but I keep forgetting my damn password and have to reset it every time. No, what? What do you mean? It's just dude. It's just numbers though. Like, actually, can you do letters and stuff too for your password? I don't even know. I just do numbers for mine, but like
you could secure with a seed phrase. But I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another
I mean, you can
option.
do that
Yeah.
too. It's actually less secure with
Why,
seed phrase.
why do you have
though.
to use a password? You just use
It's
the card.
only when you go to send things, you have to confirm it with a password.
Yeah.
So you need like a password or a PIN,
I know.
right? And yeah,
I just tap the card. Let's go, and it sends it.
You know what's funny is
that's
I
not
lost one
safe.
of my
You're,
tangent
you're
cards.
supposed to scan it and type in your password.
Yeah, I've got a password.
Yeah.
My son misplaced one of my tangent cards, so I had to like activate. Oh, I mean it works, but I had to just like make this the default one. I don't know where the other one went. But thank God we get 3.
Yeah,
I like tangent.
yeah. Tangent's awesome. I can't wait to get that ring, goat. I don't know how the hell you got it so early. I like emailed the dude, never answered.
Just
me.
showed up.
Come on, dude. Like, come on, man. I filled out that thing.
You
How the
can
hell
still
is it?
log in. Hold on, what time out? You can still log into Tangent without the card. You
Yeah.
can't transact.
You can't transact, right?
Yeah.
You can
That's
accept. You can
Correct.
accept.
You can
Yeah.
accept.
But
Yeah.
Because I log in with Face ID
Me too.
and
yeah.
it goes right in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
same
just
here. I
can't
log in with
send it without the
fingerprint.
scan and the pin.
Dude,
Usually.
no nice stagmas visible. Yeah, you're not going to see any nice stagmas here, buddy.
I didn't turn the pin on. That's just an extra layer, and I just want to just tap it and just.
You don't just have your
If
Face
you
ID.
lose
It
that,
just,
you're
it's
fucked.
automatic.
If somebody finds that, you are so screwed. You know that, right?
alright.
That is the stupidest thing, King. I love you, but don't do that.
I mean,
that's not smart.
But
If
I
you
mean-
lose it, someone picks it up, they can send your shit out.
Just activate
I
the
mean,
Face ID. You don't even do anything. You look at it.
But I went into another venture, so I liquidated all of my crypto. So there's nothing in there, anyways.
Oh man,
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything. Just activate Face ID.
I have way too much in crypto to be able to not have that. Well, no, I mean, you have to. I mean,
Apple's got great encryption. and
regardless
great
of the Face
security.
ID thing, like if he doesn't have a pin on the card itself, with or without the Face ID, it's you can still
Well,
send
you
it
do
out.
need, yeah, you do need, yeah, I guess. I mean, but still, you can't get into the app. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, it won't
Well,
matter.
if he doesn't have a pin, he just has to scan the card and it opens the app. If he shut the pin off. Yeah, because
Hold on.
if he doesn't
Hold
have
on.
to,
I'm gonna open my phone, unlock it. I'm gonna scan it without my face. Hold on.
it'll usually ask you for a pin.
No. It's asking me for my. It's asking
Yeah.
me for my Face ID. Even if I opened it with this.
Yeah, but he doesn't have it activated. That's what I'm saying. He
If
doesn't
he
have
activates
Face
it, it doesn't
ID
matter,
or
right?
the pin.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
So
I'm
like
just
he'll be
making a
able to
point.
get into yeah. But no, I mean, I honestly like Tangent. It's so easy. It's so simple compared to like the Ledger. I just got a new phone and I had to update the Ledger Live and I had to take my Ledger out and get it plugged into the wall. And I was like, man, I hate touching this thing. Like I don't like messing with it. I had to relink it to my phone and shit. And I was like, yep. It's like, do you want to update? I'm like, nope. Just leave it alone.
In all honesty, this could have been created years ago.
Oh, it's amazing.
Like, this is not like some new great technology. Okay, like we could have
Oh,
had
right.
this
For
secure
sure.
with phones years ago. We didn't need these little rinky-dink wallets. Like, I don't know. Just my
Okay,
my
there's-
opinion. I don't know.
I'll play counterpoint here because you know
Oh,
that's
boy.
what I do.
I know.
But
Oh,
the
well,
harder it is to get into something, the more inconvenient it is for us to get into it.
right.
That means it's much harder to break into.
Right.
well, of course, I agree.
You're right. 100%.
So,
I agree.
in other words, somebody gets your card, they just have to guess your password, and they're in.
I saw this thing the other day. Somebody sent it to me actually. It was you know how you used to put like papers on a telephone pole and have like little pull tabs, like a number if you lost something
It's still around.
or whatever. Yeah, somebody put a picture of their keys and they said, lost my keys, like $10,000 reward, and there was a fucking ledger and their car keys like on it. And I'm like, bro, that thing's gone. Someone's
Most
taking
people
that.
probably don't
Like,
even know
you're
what
an
that
idiot.
is, though.
Like $10,000, like you just kind of made it obvious to people that don't know anything about what's on your keychain. Like you're an idiot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
yeah, there goes that.
I don't know. There's so much
Bugs.
now, man, with these phones. Like, even like, remember that you heard of SIM swapping? I'm sure you heard of SIM
Yeah.
swapping.
Yeah.
You can't do that now anymore. They've got
What do you
rid of it. Everything's eSIM now. So like when I purchased this phone, I
No,
don't
I
know
was like,
about-
so what though? Why can't they can still get your SIM?
no, because if you're smart, you do it. So okay, when I went to the
I'm not
Apple
saying
store
you
and I
can't
got this phone,
protect against it. I'm saying it's still possible.
yeah. Well, who was it that had their SIM card swap stole a bunch of their
DJ.
crypto? Was Was it DJ? But there was
Yeah,
a
DJs was on
more of a not famous person, but somebody that's like well known in the crypto space that had a lot of their stuff. Who was it? He did a whole story. It wasn't BitBoy. Maybe it was BitBoy. I think it was him. He had a SIM swap or something that happened to him because they took his phone to the back. Like in this day and age, get your phone shipped to you and do it yourself. Like you don't need to go to the store to do it. I don't know. They've gotten so good with security now. Like honestly, I think it's complacency that gets most people than actual like break-ins, to be honest with you. I mean, 50% of car burglaries happen because people don't lock their vehicles. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's a real statistic. And I think that falls into everything that we do as human beings.
Crypto440 said SimSwap is on the carrier end, not the phone side.
Oh, I don't know if you guys watch Mark Rober, but he did a video where he put like a briefcase or a box or something like that made it look like it was really wanted. And I guess San Francisco is notorious for smash and grabs.
Stealing shit,
and so he got smashed and grabbed, but that was when he did
the glitter bomb shit.
The glitter bomb, yeah. He did it a little bit differently because it was in something. And then once they opened it, then
it does like a bunch of glitter and then like fart spray and like the grossest shit.
Yusuf is telling me never use Face ID. Brother, I was in law enforcement. They know everything about me. Okay? They got my fingerprint. The state's got it. FBI's got it. Everybody's got my stuff. You know what? Here's the beautiful thing. I don't care because I don't do anything wrong. So if you guys want it, put it in a frame and hang it up in your living room because I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I got more important shit to do. You want to listen to me take a shit with my phone in the bathroom? That's your fucking problem, not mine. I got stuff to do. I'm working. Where's the money? Give me the fucking money. I don't even have time for this shit. What are we talking about? I'm just being honest. Like everybody's like, oh, I'm worried about my privacy. Man, you haven't had privacy since the 1950s. I don't even want to hear it. That's right. Focus on titties. Don't worry about who's got the biometrics on whose phone and all this other shit. Like, nobody care, man. Like, nobody care. I'm just being honest. Like I don't care.
I use it. I don't care.
I don't care.
Fucking whatever. This is what
I don't
is.
care.
That's funny. No shit.
I'm just saying I don't care. I don't. You know, it is what it is. All right. You want to be private? Be private. Don't tell your friends anything. Don't post. Don't have social media. Go live in a box.
Jason Hamilton said the Face ID and the biometric stuff makes me paranoid. The work I do, I could be a burn victim or an amputation victim. Sorry, it moved on me. Hold on. And never be able to get my stuff when I most need it. So sketch no matter what. Man, what in the hell do you do for work? I want to know. What?
You could be just doing something that's just dangerous. It could be anything. I mean,
that's crazy.
You could be a burn victim or amputee. You could be doing what King was doing in his galvanizing plant. That can get somebody jacked up if they don't do it right. I mean, it could be anything that's hard labor. You know what I mean?
The thing is, don't use Face ID, but then you can also say the same thing about don't use fingerprint, because what the cop can do is face the phone at you, unlock it, and then read anything that they want. Now, that's illegal.
That's this is my area. Listen, that is a huge Fourth Amendment violation. You want to talk about rights? Like there was plenty of times when I arrested somebody that I could have went through their phone. If I ask them and they say yes, they've consented. It's fair
totally
game.
Different, yeah.
It's fair game. If they say no, you have no right to go through my phone. You can arrest me for what you have probable cause for, but that's it. I can't do anything about it. There could be the secrets to the moon landing here, and I could never open it.
How do you feel about that?
It is what it is. What?
Moon landing, real or fake?
Oh, we're not.
Oh
I think it's real. Hold on. I'm not that crazy.
Another religious war.
Let's not go crazy. All right, let's not get. There's some. The people who think the moon landing was fake are the same people who think the Earth is flat. I don't really want to hear it.
Wait a minute. I'm on the other side. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you're saying it's not flat?
No, King. Just because you run in a straight line, it's not flat. Okay.
I mean,
oh boy, what the hell just happened? My whole YouTube studio just went. The fuck? Hold on. Can I share this? What just happened on my screen? I got this.
I got one of these today too. You need more memory. You need more RAM.
What? I have a shit ton of RAM. I have 128, I believe. What the fuck? What?
You get DDR3 is. You got to get rid of DDR3, man. You got to get some DDR4.
No, it's 4. You fuck.
I'm kidding.
You bastard. I thought my stream died. What The hell? What
No,
what
we're
happened?
still on. I have the stream
I don't
pulled
know,
up
mine
just to make
did it
sure.
too. Oh, like a little bit ago, like about 5 minutes ago.
Weird. Did you just refresh it?
I only have 4 tabs open right now, so I don't have that problem.
I've never seen that happen ever. That was the first time. That was strange as hell.
I don't get the obsession with tabs. Like I just as soon as I'm not using it, I close the window. I'm good.
See, the one
I
thing
don't-
about
I
Brave
literally
that I
have
like,
3 to 5.
Brave, the Brave browser, and if you don't use it, it's really cool. They have an option where it disables the tab until you click on it, so it doesn't eat your memory.
Right.
And
That's
I-
the same thing Chrome does too. It's a Chrome
Oh, it
feature.
does. Chrome does it. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't use
Chromium
Chrome.
feature.
I know it's the same sort of, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think that's awesome. Saves you a lot on the memory.
Yeah.
No,
Pocket
I don't
change.
I don't have Max
You
tabs
can-
now.
Miss
You could
Pocket
just
I
said,
got
close
like
your tab
six.
and then you don't have to worry about it.
she said they would sue the town in a second if they did that with their phone without consent, and they win every time. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Please look. There are idiot cops out there that do idiot things, and there we have what's called an idiot fund. Okay, that's a real thing, and they do. And they just, hey, we'll settle out of court.
Sweet.
Is that okay? Yeah, sure. Here, you know what I mean? Like, it's unfortunately, it's just the way the world works. But yeah, no, it's
Take
don't
him
even
to
get me
court,
all
you'll
started.
get more.
We'll talk about an hour. I'll be here for an hour and a half with that subject. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so bad. So bad.
Let's see. The crashing screen was YouTube put us on a list, touched on crypto, guns, and flat Earth. That was actually pretty funny.
Touch on crypto guns.
Sounds
and
about right.
fire. Let me tell you something
That does
though.
sound about right.
Like, I've seen the Joe Rogan podcast in general and some of the things and the people he brings on there, and I'm telling you right now, and it's on YouTube. This
Oh, yeah.
is nothing.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Lex
yeah.
Friedman has got some questionable podcasts that
Oh, yeah.
you would think would have like immediate that you would have thought the hammer would have just came down. Nope, they're there. And you know what? It's conversation. And it
Yeah.
is what it is. So we're
Actually,
okay. I'm
speaking
pretty
of-
sure we're fine.
Speaking of Lex Friedman, he boxed. He boxed what's his name? The guy who does Facebook.
Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg? Did he
Not,
really?
not boxed. He it was like karate or taekwondo or something like that.
I didn't even know he did that.
And Lex Friedman was really into it. And
He
so
doesn't
they
strike
actually
me as
did
that
it.
kind of guy.
What was that?
When you listen to him talk, he doesn't strike me as that kind of guy. Like when you see he's always in a suit, he's well spoken,
Dude,
Right.
very
he
smart.
went to the Amazon with like Paul Rosalie, I think his name is.
Really?
Yeah, and he got lost in the Amazon for like days. Like, he's
That's
like, we thought we were
terrible.
going on like a little expedition. He's like, we couldn't find water. We would die dehydrated for like 2 days.
I've actually thought
Dude, it was
about
such a good podcast. I listened to Paul Rosalie and Joe Rogan, and they talked about how he got lost with Lex in the Amazon. It was like,
I've
so
actually
funny.
thought about like going full podcast style. Like I'm always floating ideas and what may be like more attractive to people.
Mm.
And I've thought about podcasts. I love to talk. Like, could you imagine me and Max for 3 hours? I mean, it'd be the number
No.
one. It'd be a million views.
I can't take you
I'm
for
saying
10
it'd be
minutes.
great though. Come on, it'd be fucking entertaining.
It was,
okay?
by the way, it was jujitsu. They
it?
sparred jujitsu.
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Zuckerberg and Lex Friedman.
It would be
Anybody want
totally
the
entertaining.
link?
That'd be kind of funny. Neat.
I was really surprised. I mean, Zuckerberg's not bad.
No, he's been training for a while, actually,
Yeah.
doing that stuff.
Sounds
still
like
an
there'd be
alien,
night playing
though.
Games.
He's definitely an alien.
Who?
Zuckerberg.
No,
Yeah,
Zuckerberg. man,
him and Vitalik come from the same friggin' yolk sack.
he got a
They
lot
came
of
out
shit. He got a lot of shit on the interview he did recently about
Did
a
he?
couple months ago when he apologized to Trump,
What?
admitting to censoring his stuff.
Oh,
it was all
that's
on. It was
right.
all on the interview.
I
He
saw that.
admitted it.
That's
He admitted it, and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Well, with that being said, I
just saying.
think we're gonna call it a night.
It was there.
He's a lizard. There you go. Easy. He says he's a lizard.
Oh God. Let me tell you something. How many of you
Lizard
believe in
people.
conspiracy theories? Because Eric Weinstein said something to me that was not me. Sorry,
I think
it was
it's
listening to
Weinstein.
something. He was Weinstein. Excuse me. He was saying something on it with Lex Friedman, and I agree with this. He says
Some of
to
it's
not
neat.
believe in conspiracies is idiocy. So he says everybody believes in a conspiracy.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot's real, 100%. Okay, what do you say? Even with lack of evidence and the fake footprints, it's real. I don't care. You know what? It's because it's intriguing to listen to like random shit, and I don't know. I entertain conspiracy theories sometimes, but like I don't like fall off the face of the earth with friggin'
There's some people who
all
go
of it.
down like
people
Alice
like
in Wonderland
people
rabbit
get
holes.
really bad about it.
I know. Sometimes I listen to these things and I'm just like, nah, come on, man.
Well,
like
every
this is-
conspiracy has a shred of truth to it.
Of course.
Then it goes beyond.
I mean, why do you think Alex Jones became so popular? I mean, just be honest. Because he spilled about 150 bullshit things. One of them came true.
More
of them
than
came
one,
true.
but yeah.
Well, okay, I'm just being, but that's what it is. He had a few of them that he was spot on about. And people were just like, he must know something. And then his net worth became like $300-400 million, like just overnight. I'm serious, man. Like
You saw it, didn't you, Chump?
Yeah, I saw
What?
it.
What?
Look, I'm crazy. I'd
Yeah,
never seen you have
that's how
look
people
before.
react. People react, dude. I'm telling you, like it's so bad. Like, and you guys know like where I stand politically, but even sometimes I talk to my own people, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not true. Oh, it is. It's true. Trust me. I arrested a guy once. His name was Jerry. He was always getting in a fight with his mother. Same apartment, same location every night. Dispatch would literally get on the radio and go, Jerry's fighting with his mom again. 10-4, mom away. I go there and serious. I put him in the car for whatever he did to his poor mother that day, just terrorizing her. And I literally put him in the car one night and he went, you need to watch Alex Jones. And I shut the door. And I'm like,
God.
and he would just talk about Alex Jones all the time. bro.
Yeah, he's like really big into all the conspiracy.
He had like
theories.
7 phones in his house. This guy, I'll never forget this guy. He had like 7 phones in his house, like multiple computer monitors in his room. Like,
Hey, listen, all of that's offensive because I have a pile of phones over there and multiple monitors I'm looking at right here.
I'll never forget this guy. This guy's cracked me up for years.
That's funny.
Years.
Yeah.
He would call and say, I need somebody to talk to. So me and another officer would just go there and he would walk out he goes, did you guys see the sky today? Did you see the lines? I'm like, yeah, what about him? He goes, chemtrails, bro. Chemtrails.
What?
Yeah.
There's conspiracy theories about contrails.
It's a conspiracy. I'm just talking about conspiracy.
That's funny.
He was like, don't drink Dasani.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
why? He goes, because it's made from the lake.
Like Monsters, like devil juice or some shit too.
Oh
like,
my God.
you hear
It's
that
just
one?
like people, bro,
so much
the
shit.
conspiracies are so out of this world, but
I
It's
will
fun
tell
to
you,
entertain some of
I
them.
do
though.
not.
it is
drink-
entertaining. It's
I do
entertaining.
not drink Dasani, not having anything to do with the fact that it came from a lake, but because I have a sister-in-law who's used to be into food safety, and
Mhm.
let's just say
It's
I would
gross.
recommend drinking Dasani.
I don't drink any Dasani. I stay away from Essentia because I found out that was not good for you either. I drink just Zephyr Hills and Smart Water. I like Smart Water a lot. I try not to drink too much alkali water because it's bad. It actually can make you bloated. So you don't want to do that because you need a little bit like right around the 7 pH number for water. I do a lot of research.
It's
I
smart
talk to
water.
Max very often.
Smart.
Smart water. Smart water. Not
You
dumb
gotta say
water.
it right.
Smart
You
water.
gotta say it right.
Smart water. I don't drink dumb water.
All right. Anybody else have any last questions before we get out of here? I like cucumber melon smart water. Is that a thing? Stacey Lewis? Interesting.
Pocket change spelled it
San
out.
Pellegrino.
Smart.
Smart water.
Yep. That's it right there. Liquid IV. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah. There's that. Yeah.
There's
forget what
places
that
you
is.
can go.
It's a drink. Yeah, it's a drink. I think
Oh, I thought he was talking about literally. There's places you can go. to
there's
get,
places
like,
you can get the IV, the cocktail IVs. I think it's a good idea. I do. It's the best way to hydrate your body because you only absorb like
Wait,
30% of the water you
Like
drink.
they just like stick it in you? Really?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, you
it just
sit there for, like,
and
half
you feel
hour.
it too. Like you feel it.
Oh, it
Like,
makes you
feel it.
cold. All right. Like
Yeah.
kind of
It depends. It depends. Depends on what you get.
weird.
Like it's great. Like post like heavy workout or hangover.
Oh yeah,
No.
hangover. It'll clear you right up.
Those they were doing it at King. Do you remember they were doing it at Nashville? Remember they had that booth where people were sitting there getting IVs?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Remember-
so sketchy though, bro.
They
Like,
were. I mean, no,
that's
it's not
so-
because they have clinics now. You walk in, you just say, "Hey, like, are you?" I'm a little under the weather.
It's
I don't feel
become
good.
so regular not to reuse
It is regular.
needles, and the protocol is so like It's just so regular now.
Yeah, it is.
So
I just
it's
don't like
not-
needles. No thanks.
Anybody can see, like, wait a minute, what the hell? That didn't come out of a fresh package or whatever. No, everything's coming out of a fresh package.
Yeah, I'm not a
It's
fan of needles.
it's
No,
some
never.
places though. Like, listen, look, I'm that guy. Okay, I hate needles, even though I have tattoos. And when it comes to getting shots and stuff, I'm like, yo, let me read the label. Like, I'm that guy. Okay. And when I went to go get these IV things, and these nurses, they know. I'm like, look, I'm a little nervous. You know, I don't know. Can I see this? What you guys are doing? She's like, yeah, sure, honey. They pull out a clean stuff. They'll even sterilize it in front of you to make sure. Like, I mean, it's
And she's like, let me see your arm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a little elbow in there, and
No.
it's good for you though. It is. It hydrates you. It hydrates you at 100% efficiency. When you drink
yeah, for
water,
sure.
it's like
Oh, I
30%.
believe
I'm
it.
serious.
I believe it.
Most of the water you drink flushes out of your body. Your body doesn't absorb it. That's why you have to drink massive amounts.
Yeah, she gives it a little.
And spit on that thing.
That's right.
Forgot I had that soundbite for a minute. Thanks for
It'll
reminding me.
change your life
It's
too.
the game
It'll
with
change your life. It'll
No,
change
it
your
wasn't
life.
you. Sorry, Nelson. Appreciate you. All right. Anyways, guys, listen, I gotta get up early. So I'm gonna call it a stream. I appreciate you all coming on. Mr. Max Voltage, Geek of All Trades, Hot Crypto, and Little Timmy. Appreciate you.
You're definitely
What?
one of those guys that hold their breath when you get like a blood test, right? Are you one of those guys?
I don't get blood tests.
Oh, well, you should actually.
I
As
don't.
you get older, yeah, you should.
Yeah, I definitely
Check your
need
T
to
levels.
now. I need to now.
Check your T
but, yeah.
levels. It makes men angry and turns into beta males, and they all go vote. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Let's go. End the stream. Have a great night, guys.
Have a good night.
It's great.
See you later. Peace out. We'll see you next Saturday.